Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're jumping into a topic that's super important, but honestly, often flies under the radar: our kidneys. We're going to break down what they do and, most importantly, walk through 7 key habits to keep them healthy for the long haul. Just think about that for a second. What if one of your body's most important players was in serious trouble and you had zero clue? This isn't just some random question. For millions of people, it's the reality when it comes to their kidney health. So, to really get why this is such a big deal, we've got to give these incredible organs their due credit. Let's just forget all the complicated medical jargon for a minute. The easiest way to think about your kidneys: they're your body's master filter, the true unsung heroes working away inside you. I mean, the amount of work they do is just staggering. Every single day, your kidneys are filtering something like 200 liters of blood. That's insane. They're pulling out waste, getting rid of extra water, making sure your body's balance of salt and potassium is just right. Oh, and they also help control your blood pressure. They are serious multitaskers. Okay, but here's where the plot thickens. Like any hero, our kidneys have a weakness, a kind of kryptonite. And the scariest part about this threat, it's almost always completely silent. The official name for this is chronic kidney disease, or CKD. And look, the 2 words to really focus on here are damaged and slowly over time. This isn't something that just happens overnight. It's a gradual decline, which is exactly why it's so tricky to catch. And this right here, this is the real kicker. You can lose a huge chunk of your kidney function and feel perfectly fine. The warning signs, the symptoms, they often don't show up until the damage is already really serious and maybe even irreversible. That silence is what makes prevention so absolutely crucial. So, what's behind all this damage? Well, the 2 biggest culprits by far are high blood pressure and diabetes. These conditions are incredibly common, and over time, they put a ton of stress on those tiny, delicate filters inside your kidneys. They are, without a doubt, the leading causes of kidney failure. All right, enough with the doom and gloom, right? Let's talk about the good stuff, the solution. Because here's the best part: the power to protect your kidneys is totally in your hands. We're going to walk you through a super simple but really effective 7-habit health plan. And to make this super easy to remember, we're splitting these 7 habits into 2 simple groups. First up, we have what we're calling the daily 3. Think of these as the absolute basics, the non-negotiable pillars of good kidney health. It really boils down to this: hydrate, eat, and move. Pretty simple, huh? These 3 things work together to keep your whole body humming, but they are especially vital for your kidneys. So let's break each one down. First, hydrating the smart way. The goal here is super clear and totally doable. Shoot for about 1.5 to 2 liters of water a day. This helps your kidneys do their main job, which is flushing out all the junk efficiently. It's like the oil that keeps the engine running smooth. Next up, eating clean. And no, this doesn't mean some crazy complicated diet. It's just a simple swap. Focus on bringing in more of the good stuff: fresh fruits, veggies, whole grains, and cutting back on salt, sugar, and processed foods. And that salt part? That's a huge one for controlling your blood pressure, which, as we know, is a major win for your kidneys. And the last of our daily 3 is just to get moving. We're not talking about running marathons here. The goal is just 30 minutes of moderate activity, like a brisk walk or a bike ride on most days of the week. This does wonders for your weight and blood pressure, taking a massive load off your kidneys. Okay, so you've got the daily 3 locked in. Awesome. Now, let's add the next layer of protection. We're calling these your smart defenses. These are the habits that are all about being proactive and playing the long game to guard against risks down the road. These are all about being smart and proactive, you know? Keep an eye on your blood pressure and sugar levels, especially if you know you have risk factors. It goes without saying, but avoid smoking. It really messes with blood flow to the kidneys. Also, be careful with medications, especially common painkillers like NSAIDs, because too many of those can cause real harm. And of course, getting regular checkups can catch any issues before they become big problems. So, as we wrap this up, if there's one big idea to take with you, it's this: you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your kidneys. The little choices you make every single day, they add up and have a huge impact. This quote from our source material just says it all perfectly. Because kidney disease is so sneaky in the beginning, being proactive and focusing on prevention, well, it isn't just a good idea. It's the absolute best strategy you've got. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. Forget about making 7 big changes tomorrow. What's one small thing you can do for your kidneys today? Is it grabbing an extra glass of water right now? Maybe skipping the salt shaker at dinner? Or just deciding to go for that 30-minute walk? Your body's master filter is worth it. Thanks for tuning in.